Glory to Jesus, honor to Mary, our mother. Today, as we know, is a very special day in the life of the church, because on this day, that Pentecost morning, the church was born in fire and wind through the Holy Spirit. Hence, we can say it is our birthday, the church's birthday. The church was born on this day with the full weight of the coming of the Holy Spirit, with his full gifts upon the foremost apostles and disciples of Jesus and the early church, of which we are still beneficiaries of these gifts today. We thank Jesus for promising to bring the Holy Spirit, the advocate. We thank him especially today for keeping to the words of his promise when he said, I will send you the advocate who will teach you every truth. There is much to say about the Holy Spirit, the third person of the Trinity. But today, let us concern ourselves with the fact that we need the Holy Spirit, and intensely, urgently, and daily as well. We all need the Holy Spirit in the church, in our world, in our homes, and in our hearts. The Holy Spirit is the fire of love, the breath of the church, the spirit of freedom, our advocate and teacher. Nothing lives without that breath of God, the breath of the Holy Spirit. At our baptisms, it was the Holy Spirit. At our confirmation again, it was the Holy Spirit that was confirmed yet more strongly. At every Mass, it is the Holy Spirit who sanctifies and transforms the gifts presented on the altar. At every sacrament of the church, the Holy Spirit plays a central role to make that sacrament effective. I may be gifted with all gifts, but it is the Spirit of God that activates and directs those gifts. The 7 gifts of wisdom, understanding, counsel, fortitude, knowledge, piety, and fear of God. I may be in the church, go to Mass every day, say my prayers often and on, but we need the Spirit of God to sanctify our lives and pass on our prayers to God. I may desire to do good, but it is the Spirit of God that energizes me to perform good works. In our difficult moments, in moments of fear, moments of anxiety, moments of hurt, confusion, insecurity, spiritual aridity, we need the Spirit of God as an advisor and a counselor. Recall that the apostles who were afraid and locked themselves up in the upper room came out today fearlessly because they have been touched by the Holy Spirit. To rid bad habits and sins from my life, I need the Holy Spirit. There are many more of these instances when and how we need the Holy Spirit. I always love the prayer of David in Psalm 51 verse 11, where he prayed for forgiveness and restoration. David said, Cast me not away from your presence. Lord, do not take away your Holy Spirit from me. We can say the same prayer today and every day of our lives, as we are all expected to show the fruits of the Holy Spirit, the fruits of love, fruits of joy, fruits of peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. May the Spirit of God move us to show these fruits in our lives. Glory to Jesus, honor to Mary, our mother.